For Justin Ross, he's had T. Higgins on the other side. I feel like it's been one A and one B, and those two guys have kind of fed off each other. Now is Ross is really the man. And you mentioned whether it's Ladson, younger players that will eventually fill that role, but Ross coming back from injury, he's got a lot on his shoulders, doesn't he? Because he's going to be the man now.
That would be the perception, but don't forget about Joseph Ngata. We didn't see him much last year just because of injuries, but he's, that big body that we're used to seeing into the boundary. And then you got Latson coming back, who is a guy that's versatile, can play into the boundary, can play out to the field. Ross can play into the boundary. Ross can play the slot. Ross can play to the field. And then the emergence of EJ, what you saw him do, especially in the championship game and down the stretch in the postseason. So the perception may be that Ross has to carry the load. We understand where he's going to be coming back, so we're not going to put that pressure on him. Just kind of let him, get back into playing shape, as he goes forward. But he's got a lot of a supporting cast. And then I think what's really going to help, him and the receivers and the run game is the emergence of the tight ends. We got some really, really good tight ends that kind of jumped on the scene last year. You saw a lot more production out of the tight end unit with Braden and Davis, and then we got some younger guys in Sage, and you got Brenning Stool, you got Jay Lay. You got a talented group that's going to be able to take a little bit of pressure off the receivers and create some more of those one-on-one matchups that we like to see.
That's more guys fighting for a slice of the football too, Tony, and that's not a bad thing, right? I mean, when guys want to battle for reps, I mean and I know folks are probably going to get tired of this because they're going to think it's coach speak. But the more bodies and the more guys fighting for playing time, they know what's at stake. And then the coaches can coach and let them determine it. And I know how you talk about the players determine it. You're not the only place doing that in this league. That piece of this is, in my mind, one of the more intriguing aspects about what the fall of 2021 could be in this league.
No question. I think before you get to the individual competition within each position group, it starts philosophically from a program standpoint. And, it's team first for us here at Clemson. And we've been fortunate enough to be able to attract the right type of young men that understand that they're going to compete within their position unit every single day. And then they're also going to compete across the ball with the defense that we see every single day. So that allows these young men to really, really push towards their potential. And then big picture wise, they all want the same thing. We all have the same goals, and it's not to win a championship, but the goals are set up that if we hit our goals, we'll have a chance to be in the conversation to win each year.
All right, that quarterback spot, Coach. DJ obviously is your guy. I know you'd like to see him use his athleticism more, maybe use his legs, but with Pumachan's injury now, it's sort of the opposite of some of the other position groups. You don't have a lot of depth there to work with. Does that change your mindset in terms of how you want to coach DJ to play his game this fall?
No, I think you coach DJ the same way you said. I mean, he's got to be able to make us right within our system. That's where the quarterback's athleticism and his legs come into play within what we do offensively. He has to be able to make us right. Now, again, he doesn't have to, be Travis Etienne I see on the screen right there and have the huge explosive plays in the run game, but he does have to be able to keep us honest. And that's what that's what Deshaun and Kelly have done in the past, is be able to keep us honest. We'll coach him to do that. Tyson, we're encouraged about where he is. Anticipate that we'll be able to, at some point, be able to move him back in, get some work out of him. And then we got some freshmen coming in that are highly recruited, and we got a couple of walk-ons coming in. And so obviously, with Tyson going down in the spring game, creates a little bit of anxiety. But as we progress to see kind of how he's progressing with his recovery, we feel good where we're at.
Okay.
All right, Coach Elliott, you're not here by mistake today. It's 100 days to Charlotte and the Georgia game, and that's part of the reason we wanted you today. So I know you got self-study, probably some vacation time. There's this thing in June called the Gold Rush of recruiting I know you're going to have to do, but is there a notebook on the Bulldogs that's somewhere on that desk in there, that new office with pictures on the wall? Is there at least something that's got Georgia marked up for early September in Charlotte?
Yeah, so we've started our offseason preparation for Georgia. Outstanding football club. They got a lot of guys coming back on defense. We know they're going to add a couple guys, probably from the transfer perspective, and they're going to be very, very talented. It's going to be a highly competitive game. But that's really where we've started. And again, one thing that's great about our program is we treat every game as the biggest game of the season. So the preparation is not going to be any different depending upon who we open with.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus right now.